y'all, so it's Jayavibez. I'm back with another video, and today I got a little story time for y'all. The girl's gonna have a little kiki about this story time. I already know it. Because it's just so like crazy. But I got my little MacBook here with my notes so I could remember stuff, because like sometimes when I'm telling stories I forget little details, but I had to make sure I had every detail into this story because it was really traumatizing for me, and it is the biggest reason why I don't think I'll be going back to a nail salon ever, like ever, unless I'm getting a pedicure or something. Like, I really just don't see myself doing it. But anyway, so y'all know how it be when you go deep into planning for your birthday, right? Like, you checking your list twice, you making sure every detail is precise because you want to look like that girl on your b-day, right? So I'm like, okay, let me make sure that I have my nail appointment booked, because I already knew that I was gonna end up doing my hair myself that year. So I'm like, let me just make sure that my nails are at least on point and I don't gotta worry about that, because otherwise normally I would just glue on some little nails and call it a day. But I'm like, this is my birthday, okay, and it's gonna be special, okay? So let me get the nails done. So I booked this girl, right? I'm gonna show y'all the DMs. I booked this girl and I sent her a very, very expensive deposit, y'all. So I sent her the deposit because I'm like, what the heck? It's my birthday, you know? I need my nails to be done. You feel me? And I want to have a good time. I want to look good. I want to feel like that girl. That girl. You know? So I'm like, my pockets is really hurting because, mind you, at this time I had already bought my outfit and everything. So I was already like 100, 200 down in the hole, and I didn't have a job at that time. So I'm like, I gotta weigh this out. So, but my boyfriend ended up telling me that he would pay for my nails. So I'm like, cool, whatever. I'll send her the deposit and he'll pay for the rest and I'll be good. Like, cool. So I sent her the expensive I sent her the deposit, y'all, and everything was pretty cool, you know. I'm waiting. The days is adding up to my birthday, you know. So then the day before my birthday comes, and almost everything, like, it doesn't matter how much you plan a birthday. Ladies, I know y'all know, it don't matter how much you plan, something somewhere along the line is just not gonna be what you expected it to be. Like, you could really sit down and plan it here to here to here to here, but something is just not gonna add up. Something's not gonna sit right with you, because you just know how you wanted it in your head. You feel me? So anyway, the day before my birthday comes and I'm like, I'm ready, let's go to the shop. So I call my boyfriend. Ring. I'm like, hey boyfriend, what's good? You know what today is? Oh yeah, it's the day before my birthday. yes. We gotta go get my nails done. So he like, cool. He take me down there. First red flag, y'all. It was in the hood. Now, I have no problems with the hood. You feel me? Because, you know, we all came from somewhere. I'm not gonna get into all that right now. But I don't have no problems with that. It's just that this was a tiny little spot in the worst part of my city, in the hood of my city, like where people get robbed every day, shot every day, gunned down, men down. So I'm just so just getting the address the day of my appointment and figuring out that this is in a really bad part of town was already throwing my vibes off. You feel me? It was already, you know, making me feel some type of way. So I'm like, okay, whatever, like, you know, I could deal with whatever. So I walk into the spot, right, and she's doing somebody else's nails. Like, she's doing the finishing touches on them. And mind you, I've never met this girl in person, so I didn't know which one was her. So I walk in the shop and I'm like, hey, I'm here for such and such, could you get her? And the older lady is like, oh yeah, she's right there. And I'm like, oh, hey. And she looks up at me as she's doing the girl's nails, and she like, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't weird, but it really was. Okay. So then I go and I sit my little happy butt in the corner waiting for her, and I'm just scrolling on my phone, and I'm like, you know, acting like I'm not aware of what's going on, but I really am aware, because remind you got to be aware of your surroundings at all times, baby. But I'm trying to act like I'm chilling or whatever, but in my mind I'm like, girl, like, it's getting pretty late. Like, that's another thing. It was because my birthday is during the wintertime, so it gets dark at like 5 o'clock here. So it was already dark by the time that I got to this appointment. So I'm just thinking in my head, like, it's already dark, it's already late, it's getting later. Like, I'm here on time. Hurry it up, sis. Like, what are you doing? So she finally finishes the girl's nails, and then she calls me over, and then she asks me, what do you want? And I'm just looking at her like, girl, I DM'd you with the picture showing you exactly the style that I wanted. What do you mean, what do I want? What do you mean? So already, that was flag number 2. That was throwing me off. I was like, okay, maybe she don't remember because she has a lot of clients, but still, like, before you have a client come in, wouldn't you review, like, oh, this is who I got coming in, this is what they want, let me make sure I could do that, you know? Because, like, as the day goes by, you might run out of some stuff, or I don't know, maybe I'm just on a different level of professionalism than these stylists are, because then after I tell her the style that I want to, she hits me right in the forehead with flag number 3, y'all. This girl gonna say, oh, you sure you want it like this? You want it exactly like how the girl had it in the video? I'm like, keep in mind, you guys, that these were nails that I found on her Instagram page. So this wasn't brand new. This was something that she's already done before. I'm like, I'm like, yes, I do want it exactly how I seen it in the video. Like, let me ask y'all a question. When y'all go to y'all hairstylist or y'all nail stylist, don't you have a picture of what you want, or you tell them like what you want? So I'm thinking, like, what do you mean? Like, she's like, oh, you want it exactly like, you don't want nothing different. You don't want nothing different. And I'm like, no, I want it exactly how it is in the video, because I like the style. I picked out the style. I told you in the DM I wanted the style. I'm here today and I still want the style. Yes, I want the style. I guess what she was trying to get at is she wanted to freestyle a little bit on my nails or whatever. But no, like, I don't have time for this. This is my birthday nails, and I don't have time for a freestyle. Like, I don't even know what else you might put on them. You know, I don't want to play with this. You feel me? I just want what I seen online, and I want exactly what I said I wanted right now. And mind y'all, when she was saying this stuff to me, she had like a little slick attitude. But I'm a type of person, like, I'm not finna drag something. You feel me? Like, if somebody got a little attitude, I'll just keep on going about my day. You know, I'll just keep on. But if they cross a certain line, then I'll spaz out on them. But she was just, it was just a little attitude. So I'm like, okay, I could bear with it, because still trying to get my nails slayed. So she's like, yeah, so are you sure you want exactly this style? And I'm like, yeah, I do. So then she's like, okay, cool. So she gets to working on my nails, y'all. She's working. Then you know how they get you to go wash your hands after they did some of the acrylic or whatever. They get you to go wash your hands and scrub some stuff off. So I get up and I go do that, and I'm looking at my nails. I'm like, okay, they look good. But I did notice there was a lot of acrylic underneath my nails. So I'm just like, hopefully she gets it together. So then time is going by. We listening to music. She threw on some Ray Shrimmer. Next thing you know, she throwing on some Nicki Minaj, and she like, oh, this my girl, like, she's like really jamming, y'all. Like, she's having the best time of her life while doing my nails. Like, she's like, this is my girl. You like Nicki Minaj? Yes, that's my girl. So I'm like, okay, she's in a better mood. This is good. This is looking up, you know, because of the Nicki. You know, she is the queen. So you know, that's cool. But so then she's proceeding to do my nails, and as she's doing my nails, she's like really squeezing my fingers like very tight. Like, she's just like, and I'm like on the inside like, okay, girl, like, you're doing a lot. Like, I understand you gotta have a firm grip, but she's like really squeezing the jack out of my fingers. So I'm just like waiting for her to be done, because I'm like, this is getting painful. So I'm like, all right, we almost done here. So then she's done with the acrylic and done painting it white. So then she gets to the crystals part, and she pulls out this little tray, whatever. She starts putting the crystals on there one by one. And then she like, hold on, wait a minute. So she gets up out of her chair, y'all. She walks to the back. Then she comes back, sits back down. And then she starts talking. She starts talking to her mom. And she like, yeah, I don't feel, you know, I'm hungry. I ain't ate all day. Like, da-da-da-da. She I can't even talk, y'all, because this was so crazy. She proceeds to tell her mom how she's on this new diet or whatever, and she didn't really eat that day, and da-da-da-da. So I'm hearing all of this information, y'all. But mind you, I'm not thinking nothing of it, because I'm like, we at the end of my nails. Like, I'm about to be up through type. I wasn't even, like, paying no deep attention to what she was saying. So then she's like, yeah, let me get up again, because I don't feel good. And I'm like, all right. Like, I literally got one hand left. So I'm like, all right, okay. So she gets up again, y'all. And then I think she drank some water or something. She walked around, did a little something. And then she sits back down. So now she's doing my other hand, putting the crystals on there. And then at this point, all I need is a clear polish to, you know, make the nails shiny. So I'm waiting for her to do the polish. And she like, hold on, let me get up again. She like, hold on, let me just. And at this point, I'm like, girl, what is the problem? What is it? Like, what is going on? Because you starting to like, what is going on? Like, we're almost done with this process. I could be out the door. I could be dip on them. Take it, what? How did they go? Take his bread, then you dip on them. Dip on. Like, I could have been out the door. I could have been dipping on them, but I couldn't, because all she had to do left was put that clear coat. And y'all know that clear coat on the top make it shiny, and it just makes it just brings the look together. Like, I can go out there with matte nails. Like, I didn't order matte nails. I ordered shiny nails, ma'am. Can I get my clear coat so I could dip on? So then, y'all, she gets up this third time, right? She passes out.
He needs some milk.
I'm talking about she falls on the, like, because when you come into the building, it's like these little, it's like you walk up these like 2 or 3 stairs and you're in it. So she falls on like the side of the railing, like falling down the stairs a little bit. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Mind you, I'm sitting so the stairs is behind me. So I'm sitting right here. She's supposed to be sitting in front of me, but she's went up and went by the stairs and fell over the stairs. So I'm still sitting this way. I hear somebody falling, and I turn real quick. I'm like, and I see it's her. I'm like, are you good? Are you okay? Are you okay? Her mom runs, picks her up, and is like, I told you should have ate something today. You doing too much. Da 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 da. It's fumes in here, and you didn't eat nothing. And da 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 da. And she like, yeah, it's probably just because I've been doing nails all day. Like, these fumes making me feel sick. Like, I just need some fresh air. I just need to go outside. So she goes outside, y'all. And I'm looking at my nails like, I'm like, well, dang. Like, because I just couldn't believe that even just happened. So I'm feeling bad for her. I'm like, well, I guess she's not going to finish my nails. Like, because she's not feeling good. So I was not trying to be a bad person, because I'm like, dang, she just fainted. Like, she's really going through it. So let me just give her her money, give her her tip, and be up out of here. So then her and her mom come back into the shop, and her mom's like, is there anything else she had to do on your nails? And I'm like, yeah, it needs a clear coat. She like, okay, I'll do it for you. So then she whips it out. She does it really, really fast. Mind you, some of the clear coat was on the sides of my finger, because she was doing it so fast. And then she like, okay, how much did you owe her? Da 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 da. I'm like, I don't know. Like, you have to ask her how much the service was. So she asks her, and then her mom tells me, and I'm like, okay. So I get up and I go give her the money, because the girl that was doing my nails is sitting down on the couch at this point, like, and she's on her phone, like, just trying to chill out, but she's on her phone, like, you know, just swiping. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's okay again. So I give her her money, and then mind you, I had gave her a tip too. So she took her tip and she was like, hey, could you run down the street for me and go get some chips for me out of my tip? And I'm like, you know, I have a great heart, y'all. So I'm like, okay, sure, I'll do it, because I felt really bad for her at this time. I'm like, she just fainted. She do need some food. Like, I don't want to see her down bad. I don't want to see nobody down bad. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go get the chips for you. Forgetting, y'all, that I was in the trenches, you know? I was just too comfortable. So then I walk out the shop, and I walk down to the gas station. It was like 2-3 minutes from the shop, but it was at the corner of the hood, and this was not my hood, to make matters even worse. So I don't know anybody there. Like, actually, I'm lying, I do know people from there, but I don't know anybody that was on the block that day, you feel me? So I walk to the gas station. I walk in, dude's looking at me like, soon as I walk in, just staring me down. So I go up to the register, and I'm like, hey, can I get these chips? He takes my money, I take the chips, and I go back out. And I had texted my boyfriend while I was doing all this, like, yeah, I'm about to go get her a bag of chips from the store. He was like, what? You about to go do what? Like, mind y'all, because the whole time he was already on the fence about dropping me off to this place too, because we just already know, like, we already know what type of time this place was on. So he already, like, didn't want me to be outside. Like, he wanted to come pick me up as soon as I was done with my nails and stuff. But mind you, I wasn't thinking about none of this after everything that just happened. I'm just thinking about, is she gonna be okay? Do we need to call an ambulance type stuff? Like, I'm just trying to be helpful in the situation. So I'm texting him like, yeah, I came to this gas station to get these chips. He like, what? I'm almost there. I'm around the corner. So he pulls up to the gas station, and I come out with the bag of chips. And he like, bruh, like, I told you I was coming to pick you up. Like, what are you doing going to the gas station? Do you know where we at? Da, 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 da. I'm like, bruh, yeah, I know where we're at. I know. This is my city too. Like, I'm not dumb. So he like, bruh, like, anything could have happened. Like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, it just all happened so fast. Like, I didn't even think to I didn't even think. Like, I just got up, went to the store, texted you when I was ready to get out. So he drives me back to the shop. That took like a minute, 2 minutes, because like I told you, the gas station was right there, but it was like at the corner of the street. So we get back to the shop. I give her chips and the rest of her tip, and she like, thank you. And I'm like, all right, bye. And she like, and then so I get in the car, right? And I'm looking at my nails, and I'm like, dang, it's still acrylic under my freaking nails. Like, I hate that. I hate that. And my boyfriend was like, yes, it like, that don't look right. That is acrylic under your nails. Like, it shouldn't be like that, right? And I'm like, yeah, nah, it shouldn't be like that. So I was a little pissed about that, because I gave her a really good tip and a really good deposit. So I'm just like, whatever. But like I told y'all, he paid for my nails, so he was more critical about it than me, because he like, what did I just pay for? You feel me? I told him what happened. I'm like, yeah, she passed out. Like, that's why I had to go get her them bag of chips. And he just like, bruh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, why? What do you mean? This is the plot twist, y'all. He like, cause, all right, so mind y'all, while I was in there getting my nails done, he was like parked on the other side of the street. So that's why he was able to get to me so fast when I went to the gas station. So he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, she passed out. She went outside, and that's why I had to go get her a bag of chips. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean am I short? He like, because when she went outside, I saw her on the phone. I'm like, what? What? You saw her on the what? He like, yeah, I seen her on the phone talking, and then her mom came outside. They was talking to each other. Like, she was fine. I was like, did I just get scammed by the nail tech lady? So he like, yeah, da-da-da-da. She looked fine. Then she walked right back in. Like, nothing happened. I'm just like, bruh. So she did all of this for what? For what? For me to give her, because I'm not gonna lie, I did give her an extra tip after I found out that she wasn't feeling good and stuff, and she fainted. Like, I felt bad, so I did give her an extra tip. So I'm like, bruh, did she just scam me to like get me to feel sorry for her, to, you know, like, so yeah, after he told me that, I was blue. I was done. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm never going back to get my nails done again. Like, I'm cool on it. I really am. Like, I could do the press-ons. I could do my nails at home. I'm good on it, because these stylists nowadays, they don't got no type of... But yeah, that's how I got scammed by the nail tech lady on the day before my birthday. And you feel me, I haven't been back to a nail tech since. That was like 3 years ago, and I don't think I'll ever be back to a nail tech. Like, I'll do my own nails. I'll buy nails and I'll call it a day, because acrylic be messing up my nails anyway. Like, they really be making my real nails weak. So I just like press-ons more now anyways, because you could just take them right off and stuff. Well, not press-ons, glue-ons. You glue them on and then you just take them off whenever you feel like it, because that experience was ghetto. Okay, you feel me? That was so freaking ghetto. Like, I can't believe I got scammed the day before my birthday though. Like, I just wanted to look good. I just wanted to go shorty, it's your birthday, we gonna party like it's your birthday, we gonna sip a cup. But she wanted to scam me. She wanted to scam me. It's crazy, y'all, right? It's whatever though. I hope that y'all enjoyed this story time. Make sure you like and subscribe to your girl Jayavibez, and I'll be back with another video, y'all. Make sure y'all also check out my social medias in the description box below and follow. Okay, I'll see y'all again in another video. Bye.